Daddy has to go to work. And then she says, well, don't you sing? And every show we learn something. Even tonight we'll learn something. Our story is something that could really inspire people who want to just get up and start creating themselves. We want this band to succeed that we hear right now over top of the microphone. But I also want to crush them. I actually have 2 kids now, 2 daughters, a 2-year-old and a 3-month-old, and it was a bit of a challenge because I knew that I didn't want to be gone from them for a month. That was not an option, so we rented out a house over in London, and that's where they're staying, and I'm kind of getting back to them as often as I can, which has been really fun. I've been able to explain to my 2-year-old, Daddy has to go to work. And then she says, well, don't you sing? And yes, singing is working, but I get that doesn't make sense. Most of the world doesn't understand that we sing and make money, but...
Who comes with the crazy ideas? Because I've seen you climbing on the sound tower, I've seen you pounding on drums, I've seen you doing really crazy stuff in your shows. Who comes with the idea?
We both kind of come up with stuff. I mean, when Josh and I first met, I remember we bonded over listening to different music, watching different shows, and going to some concerts. And we always treated it very seriously. We were critical of other music. We tried to learn from other artists as much as we could. And I remember a lot of shows we would go to, and we would talk. What would we do different? What do we think we would change? And every show we learn something. Even tonight we'll learn something. And driving through the countryside today, I actually asked Josh, I was like, if you were a band, if you wanted to become a band and you lived here, you could still do it. And I know that there's no limit to it because 1, the internet helps, but 2, good ideas rise to the top. And I think that, coming from us, we didn't have any connection with anyone in the industry. We didn't, ship our song off to someone who gave us our big break. We slowly built that credibility and that fan base from really just nothing. And so we realized that our story is something that could really inspire people who want to just get up and start creating themselves.
What makes you happy?
I love to compete. The feeling of maybe losing is very exciting to me. I hate losing more than I like winning. And so even if it's a competition, a game on your phone, a video game, or a sport, I love that feeling. I get out of bed every day because I want to win something, and I want to, more importantly, not lose something. I came from a very athletic kind of sport background with my family, and so that was kind of the foundation that our family kind of was built upon. And coming into music, it was interesting because, especially with the type of environment like a festival, other musicians and other bands, they look at everyone as one giant family, and there's really no competition. You're not trying to outdo each other, or at least you don't tell them you are. See, what I found is underneath, everyone is trying to compete. And even though we do subscribe to the idea of all of the ships rise together, we want this band to succeed that we hear right now over top of the microphone. But I also want to crush them. So you balance that. You want to win. You want to be great, but you also want to support the people that come from your community.
Traveling as well. I think traveling does make me happy, especially because since just beginning music, the idea of traveling to play your songs and have your band in front of people. That was the goal and the idea. I appreciate you guys for being here, and also want to say Electric Castle is probably one of the coolest names of a festival that we could probably play. Yeah. And drums. I like music, and I guess I'm happy.
To our Romanian fans, we're excited to meet you. I think maybe we've interacted a little bit, online, but there's nothing like actually getting together and celebrating music together in person. So we're excited.